And we are back. RadioOnFire Sports team is back. The band's back together.
It feels good.
It does. It does.
Boys are back in town.
Here's the thing, right? When I'm right, I like to say it.
All right.
You are. You do say that.
Yes.
And
yes.
You know, recently we had celebration.
Oh my Lord.
Celebration. We had celebration.
I thought the picture was coming back.
I did too. Celebration, and there it is. There it is. Celebration.
The show.
So whenever we have a guest in the building, I like to explain to them the celebration.
I still don't know what I'm doing.
So
just happy to be there. Dave.
Well, whenever the word celebration is said, this picture comes up on the screen.
That's great.
This picture is. I'm really excited about it because it's the last time we're going to see it.
I'm even more excited.
It's the last time we're going to see it.
All right, because the new season has started.
New season started. Summer League is here.
I got so much to say.
I predicted this victory, the championship victory.
Yes.
When Toronto won their one and only NBA title because they could get no more.
No more. The party's done.
Yes. And so, of course, they doubted whether or not this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, Dev is just trying to touch the trophy.
That's all over there.
So it was a perfect storm.
Yes, it's a perfect storm.
Because a lot had to happen for that to happen.
A whole lot that had to happen.
And it happened.
Dean still is in shock in the background. I'm posing with the trophy. And Drake's holding. None of us won nothing. We shouldn't even be around the trophy.
I don't even know how I got to the celebration, but I'm still in shock.
But this is gonna be the last time we want to see it because the stuff that happened. Thank you, Nikki. The stuff that happened over the last 7 days, they just wiped all the pieces off the board.
It's all done.
And Dev was right.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey, way to go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I will take.
Dev was right. You know what I mean?
I'll take my gratitude monetarily. Please.
Because the news of the week, to me, happened. And we're going to get into that. But let's introduce everybody around the table first.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's get that. I am... I'm done.
Got that water.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram.
He's feeling cocky right now. You see, he got his reserve. You know,
and fan page going up. There you go. End of the show.
Everybody check that out.
There you go. Check out my fan page. I'll be giving out predictions and sports bets.
There you go.
Overs and unders.
He keeps us straight.
I'm right all the time.
There you go.
Yeah, that's Never Die on Instagram, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm Dean, and you can find me at Mr_Mackins on Instagram.
And I am Coach Mark from Left Hook 360 Boxing and MMA.
There you go. There you go. Special guest with us today.
Absolutely.
I gotta let people know exactly, that it's actually me. So I gotta, give my signature call, which is, yeah.
All right. There you go.
We're getting it in.
Now you know.
Okay.
This is real. This is happening right now.
So there's some other Coach Marks out there.
Right. Mark Moore it's a whole lot of Mark Moores out there.
Yeah.
So I'm the one.
I think we had two in our neighborhood.
Only Mark Moore doing that.
True. Facts. All right. So do you follow basketball at all?
Not much.
It's okay.
My wife is a basketball fan.
Okay. What's her team? Should be the Lakers. It should be.
We're gonna get there.
Should be the Lakers.
We're gonna get there.
Sensible woman. It's not the Lakers.
It's not the Lakers.
Whoa. We're gonna get there.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. We just got a new Laker fan today.
Yeah, I didn't get to tell you some things happened while I was in LA.
Yeah.
You're a Lakers fan now?
Oh, so see, I want to talk to you. I was in LA. It was
ridiculous, is what it is.
It was in LA for a minute, and
his eyes got bright.
I'll break it down, but
nose got wide. Did you see the mural? You saw the mural, didn't you?
I saw. No, I didn't see that mural.
Okay.
I actually got to.
I did. You were. That's what I was gonna say. You were there. You saw the closed shop.
Yeah. So I didn't know it was going to be closed.
Yeah. I don't think they opened it back up.
I think at one point it was still open.
It was, but it's probably been overwhelming.
Right. I'm sure. I was just waiting to go out there to actually get it out of the actual store. So I'll just get something online. But it was still something to see, especially with Violet, because she's from that area. And I mean, people were still out there. I guess one of his running partners. Cowboy was there as well, but they had murals all over it.
Wow.
It was just, it's something to see, you know, and it's kind of like the house that Nipsey built right there. And
Because they don't own a whole lot.
it was cameras all over the place, but you all have
Really?
probably seen.
Even still?
I mean like the
Video camera?
like the actual cameras of the parking lot.
That's what I'm saying.
And yeah, you could. I don't know.
So do you mean they were there then?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they caught the guy, so I guess.
Well, I mean,
you know,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
knowing the way things work, they're probably gonna release more footage.
Later,
later on.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this experience turns you to a Lakers fan?
So a while back, me and Dev had a little brief conversation about me being a floater.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that Baltimore doesn't have a basketball team. I'm a hometown guy.
Yeah.
All right. Always, every day, hometown guy. As wonderful as the Orioles are right now, I'm a hometown guy. So
I almost threw up when you mentioned them. I'm sorry.
I'm a hometown guy, Dev. I mean,
God, they're bad.
If you ask me who I'm a root for, that's
Yeah, I mean, you got no choice. You got no
So
choice.
you don't root for the Wizards at all?
no, because they left. I mean, they were here.
They were the Baltimore Bullets
No,
years ago.
Yeah.
nothing against DC.
Right,
I,
right.
you know, good. You know, hey,
but they left.
Just
But
like
they
the-
left.
But they left.
Like-
I understand.
like-
I
They,
understand.
right.
they did so one. They only went like about an hour or 45 minutes away. They couldn't even get far out the state. They just had to go down the. I'm not going to go.
But
there
they
right
left.
now, but
Yeah.
they left.
Right.
Let me ask you this question real quick. Me and Dev had talked about this hypothetical. What if LeBron had gone to the Wizards? If LeBron James had gone to the Wizards,
They'd be winning.
this town would be so crazy. This
Would this town be crazy?
Yeah,
DC too. We would be united.
DC.
We- that would have united DC and Baltimore. This would have been LeBron.
I still wouldn't-
town. Yes, you would have.
I don't-
Yes, you would have. It's
I
impossible.
can't root for
Wait a minute,
DC.
you serious?
If LeBron James went to the Washington Wizards, we would all be Wizards fans. We would all be Wizards fans.
Now,
Name my next child, LeBron. Child with the Wizards.
We would have got a championship
in all
potentially.
fairness,
LeBron
in
or
all
something.
fairness to LeBron, I'm not a LeBron fan. I mean, I respect his game and everything he's done in the game and outside of the game. I think he's a great player and he's definitely added something to the NBA. But I'm not like LeBron.
Now I'm super confused because you're a Lakers fan. Now I'm confused. What
That's
is
why
going on?
that's why I want him.
How'd you become a Lakers fan?
I just want to. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I need these pieces now.
Okay.
Put the puzzle together. This shit's all over the place.
I'm sorry to
Flip this one over.
keep everybody in the dark. But I just want to be a little quick with it. But like I said, when I started watching the NBA, it actually was when the Lakers were on top, battling.
You talking about Magic
Yeah,
Johnson
battling.
Lakers?
I mean, as you know how I feel about Magic. Although Magic didn't handle some things correctly over the last couple of days, you know, with the Kawhi incident, letting some information out. Kawhi's a very private guy.
I think he's one of the main people that's like, don't go to the Lakers.
Maybe. I'm not gonna go.
I'm talking about Magic. I think Magic had a big hand in this.
But
Kawhi wasn't going there to force.
That's probably right.
There you go.
We'll talk about it later. We'll
That's
talk about
probably
it
right.
later. Go ahead.
But go ahead.
We'll talk about it later.
We still trying to figure out how you became a Lakers
Yeah,
fan.
let's get to that.
So as Jordan was entering in the 80s, I'm a little old.
So were you ever a Bulls fan?
Yeah, I was a Bulls fan. I
He
followed
was
Jordan.
floating.
I followed Jordan
really
from
floated,
UNC.
okay.
I loved D.
like winning,
Smith
that's
and
what
what
you
he was
like,
doing at UNC. I couldn't stand Duke. I still can't stand Duke.
Nobody
to this
likes
day.
Duke.
But I followed Jordan. Then Jordan retired, and I have some family in Winston-Salem where Wake Forest is. And I actually got to see Tim Duncan play when he was in college, and I became a Spurs fan. I know that's weird.
So it's players.
It was players.
Yeah.
At that point.
What about AI?
AI is great, but you know he didn't go to practice. Let me stop.
He's like, I can't root for somebody who don't go to practice. No, I can't root for him. He don't go to practice.
AI is phenomenal because he really did carry a team.
This is the short version?
Oh yeah.
No,
So
How did you become a Lakers fan in the last 14 days?
what did Allen Iverson have to do with it?
I don't
He didn't
know.
go to practice, okay?
Okay, all right.
What are you talking about? He didn't go
So-
to practice.
But it was only practice.
Over the last practice. Over the last several years, I've been going back and forth to LA due to the fact that my wife is from that area.
Yeah.
And I have some family out there, so it's starting to become like a home away from home. And
She's a Lakers fan.
Oh, she's a Lakers fan. So together, I decided like over the last weekend, before the 4th, that's it. I'm gonna pick a team, and I'm just going to stay with it.
All right. So it's
Okay.
It's pre-decision. Though.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay. So if LeBron's gone, if AD leaves, if Kawhi didn't come,
You still gonna be a Lakers fan?
I'm just going to be a Lakers fan. I'm not floating. I can't do it anymore. Just following players around. I'm just going to stay with a team.
Keeps the household
and man
harmonious,
up.
too.
Yeah, well,
It's
this
smart,
one.
man.
I mean,
Smart,
well,
man.
football.
She probably like, since you're gonna pick a team, you might as well pick mine.
Football. I'm still waiting for her
Oh,
to
you
get.
pick the team. You pick the Lakers.
But football, we're divided. She's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and and I'm a Ravens fan through and through because, like I said, home team.
Right.
I mean, that's why I'm gonna go see that fight. I want to be behind Javante Davis,
Right.
Because he's bringing a title fight, and
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I don't think there's ever been a title fight in Baltimore, and I just got to give him support. I mean,
Well,
that's a big deal to me.
We've had champions here, obviously.
We've had
but
champions,
we have-
but
I don't think
actual
we've had a fight in the
here.
arena.
What was the Civic Center back in that?
Well, yeah. Okay.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
So
That's true. But he was a hometown guy, but the fight came here. Yeah, that's true. That's
right,
true.
so
And that was big. My parents went to that fight. That was big.
So
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
there you go. Then I mean, I still like I got to give support to hometown, but just because I've been in and out of LA so much,
That makes
do
sense.
Respect the organization outside of what's been going on. I hope they right the ship, and I'm just going to be a Lakers fan. That's it. I can't root for Washington. I have a lot of reasons.
Now, since we're talking about fans,
Right.
we all know Dev is a New York Knicks fan. Is he still a New York Knicks fan? Because they didn't talk about
He's a
move.
real fan, though.
Is he though?
I believe that.
I think he's a Nets fan now.
Dev.
Cursing me like that.
Dev.
Got no damn
So you
Nets.
still
Dev.
a Knicks fan?
Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan,
There you go,
man.
Dev. Give it back to me one
man.
more
Okay,
time.
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man, I'm still a Knicks fan, unfortunately.
Yeah, because the Knicks.
We lost out. We lost out on life. We still have our future. We have
Knicks could have had KD.
we have our two superstars intact, baby.
Who are your superstars?
Cap and space, baby. We got all the freedom in the world
Yes.
to make moves, to trade. We got,
Next year.
We got like 7 forwards on our roster. Nobody else has 7 forwards. We got 7 forwards so we can make trades. People gonna need forwards. People gonna get hurt. And we can make
That is
moves.
true.
We can be a conduit, like the Atlanta Hawks are. You know how the Atlanta Hawks are always involved, like that was that third team in the trade to facilitate something. New York Knicks can do that for a while. Dwell in the basement. RJ Barrett will develop. Kevin Knox will develop. And hopefully we get another star next year. So, we live to fight another day.
Okay.
Another day. It's like,
Okay.
And, the KD sweepstakes became, kind of, it was like you had it, like your father was going to give you his Mercedes, right? And then he got in a real bad accident right before.
That's what happened. That's what
It's
happened.
like, I don't really want it no more for real. I wanted it when it was, gently used. Now it's got frame damage, and I don't really want that.
Okay.
So, and I don't really want your weird friend either if you're not coming with him. So,
Okay.
Well, flat Earth Kyrie can stay where he's going. I can see Kyrie. That's a Brook like Kyrie going to
That
like
just
the
seemed like
off-brand
Yeah.
team.
That's
and
the Kyrie move.
It's a Kawhi ass, K in your name ass move to
Yeah.
to go somewhere else.
It balances the NBA.
It did
Well,
that. It did
I
that.
mean, to me, it really is a testament to something that you said, Dev, about wanting them to be in the biggest market in the world.
Yeah.
I said
And
that.
because you said it too.
Well, we both said
so
it.
yeah, so because it's the biggest market in the world, the only market in New York is not just the Knicks. You got the Brooklyn Nets,
and
that's a New York
it was
market.
also-
It's everything that
See,
you said
this-
is true. It's
this
just wrong.
thing-
I feel like I'm getting ready to say something that's bad. That's Madison Square Garden and
Barclays.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn and Manhattan.
Okay.
And they had
It's,
they had a Bobby Portis said there was a report that Bobby Portis mentioned. They said that basically this deal was done in February. Like everybody knew where they were going, especially it was kind of sealed when Kyrie dropped his representation and signed with Rock Nation.
Yes.
Rock Nation.
The writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
Having the heavy connection to Jay-Z. Jay-Z had
Absolutely.
a connection to the Brooklyn Nets.
He used to have minority ownership in that team.
This was a done deal in February. So
A lot of these things were already done, and
A lot of
people are
these things
still
are
in
done.
shock that it happened.
I've been shocked because even though it was done, we didn't know for sure.
I got watch this. Speaking of not being in shock, guys. Speaking of not being in shock, guess who wasn't in shock when Kawhi picked the Clippers?
Okay.
Guess who wasn't?
There we
You
go.
wasn't in shock, and it's a good segue.
Thank you.
That
Appreciate
news broke about
There we go.
1:30 a.m.
Yeah, I was sleeping.
I was in sleep.
Eastern time.
Yeah.
And so, I woke up on a
The
bathroom
night
break,
would arrive. Yeah.
and I'm like, man, Kawhi.
Right? There was
Yeah.
that. Because
Went
I
back
woke
to sleep.
I woke up
Yeah.
at 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was like, man, what? That don't even sound right.
Right.
I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
This is a dream. This is a stupid dream. Get out of here.
Woke up and it was true.
And Paul George?
What
like,
I was
happened?
in shock about was not Kawhi, because I really,
Yeah, right.
I felt. I mean, he's been
was them Paul
he's been
George
leaving that way
sprinkles,
like
baby.
a
Yeah,
year ago to the Clippers. It was the fact that OKC said before that actually happened. OKC tried to trade with the Raptors. Let's clear some things up. They tried to move Westbrook and Paul George to Toronto, and Toronto. What's his name? Yes, what's the guy up there?
Pascal Siakam?
No, the GM.
Masai
yes,
Ujiri, Masai
they
Ujiri.
turned down a deal with the Wizards for $10 million a year and a stake in the team. They turned down all that. I guess they thought that was going to help them keep Kawhi, but Kawhi wanted Paul George. If that had happened, Kawhi would still be in Toronto.
So the original Kawhi plan was for it to be Kawhi, Kevin Durant,
Thank you.
and Kyrie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let's get it all
that
out.
was the original plan.
Let's get it out there.
It was supposed to be Kawhi, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant.
As devastated.
When Kevin Durant got hurt, Kyrie, of course, them being real friends in this situation, decided to do what they were.
Bros.
They had already decided that Brooklyn was their destination.
Right.
Whether Kevin Durant got hurt, whether or not, Kawhi had to find a new partner.
I feel like
go.
you're saying Paul George was second choice.
Oh, he definitely was. I mean,
Yeah,
he was.
yeah.
It is what it is. It is. But I mean,
it wasn't like he called
it's
him
a
first.
hell of a second choice.
No,
Like,
it's
yeah, right.
second choice.
It's-
But he
I mean, if we're
wasn't-
talking top
but he
5 in the
wasn't-
league this year,
but he wasn't Kawhi's first choice.
it wasn't his first choice. It doesn't have to be. But at the same time, when Paul found out that he was wanted, he moved hell on earth to make things happen.
It's a
What
good
happened-
choice, though.
That's what
And
I was in shock about.
And what that was that wasn't them orchestrating the deal. That was Masai Ujiri knowing what Kawhi's intentions were, what he was trying to do, what he was trying to partner up. Well, if I can't give you Kawhi, if I can't give you Kyrie and Kevin, I can give you Paul George and Russ up here.
But the Raptors turned it down.
The Raptors turned it down because it mortgaged their future.
Well,
Because it would have been the same situation as the Thunder are now, trying to get under the cap.
they will be working on their future for quite some time.
What we talking about?
The Raptors.
The Raptors and the Thunder.
Speaking of real quick of Toronto,
bad.
no one
Everything's
could
bad.
tell me if what's that guy's name? Drake entered the studio and actually put out any new music over the weekend.
Actually, so here's what's going on in case you want to know. Drake is in album mode. Do y'all know album mode?
So we're gonna have like
he's in
It's
album
like a
mode
light
right
skinned
now.
group chat.
Yes,
Everybody's
it is.
like, and
Drake is in album
Diamond
mode.
represents the Baltimore chapter.
so this is gonna be a
his
Grammy
headquarters. What is our father doing?
A Grammy year now that he won, then he lost his player. He went from highs and lows.
No. You can't say that. You can't say that
So he's
because
gonna have a lot of emotion in his.
here's the thing. Here's
Perfect
the
bittersweet
thing.
ending. It's a
It's
perfect
not.
bittersweet ending for Drake.
This is
His
not a
emo
loss.
rap.
This is not a lost season. Okay, because Toronto is the champion team right now, and they're gonna ride that out till next June, right? So you can't think about that. This is a winning team right now. This is the champions.
They didn't lose a champion.
No.
They gained an experience, is what they
Yes,
That's what they got.
And Drake is in album mode.
Exactly, and he's going to write all about it. All about his emotion and his.
As am I.
So-
I'm in album mode too.
So
what
It's a
we're saying
it's
is
a
you-
coincidence.
This is what's going on
You
right
can't
now.
bring
That's
a
what we doing. We
celebrity-
album
Light
mode.
skins. We're writing now. This
Yes.
is what we're doing.
Yes.
So all in album mode.
So a celebrity can't
Two beers
woo a player.
He did offer Kawhi a contract with OVO.
Wow, like what?
He chose to take his talent. He chose to take his talents to L.A. Snoop tried to make a song. There was a lot of wooing for Kawhi. It was a lot of wooing. Kawhi made his choice. I think it was a good choice.
It's a great choice.
Yeah, I really think that they are a major force right now.
They are now.
So I'm gonna say this now.
They are now.
Since we, let's go it now. We're not. Let's go. Let's do it now. The Clippers will win a championship next year.
What?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Dead ass.
2 weeks ago.
Please do this.
Excuse
Mark this show date down because
July,
I will go back to this clip later.
July 8th, Monday, 9:16 p.m.
Dev makes predictions.
The Clippers are going to win the championship.
Excuse me, I gotta.
Barring injury.
I gotta say some things because 2 weeks ago when I proclaimed after the trade was proposed for Anthony Davis,
I said the Lakers.
I said the Lakers, and you all told me it was too early.
But I mean, all the chips are in place now, so we know where everybody's going to be at now.
I saw how the Clippers played with no. Let's think about it.
I'm listening.
The Clippers went 6 games with the Warriors at full strength, with no scorers on their team besides Lou Williams. Besides Lou Williams coming off the bench, that's their only proven scorer on the Clippers team, right? They went 6 games, and it took a 52-point performance from Kevin Durant to close them out. Now you've given them the best player from last year. Period.
All right.
The best player from last year.
All right.
The best player from last year.
We established that.
And the third or fourth best player from last year.
So I want to.
You put them on the same team.
I want to run this back again. You said the third or fourth, not the fourth or fifth.
The third or fourth best player last year.
All right, can we go quick before
Who is?
Paul George.
Okay.
Can we just
quick
Fourth, but okay.
hear that 5 again?
I think that's
that 5.
He never said that no other time. This is the first time he said that.
We can say Kawhi Leonard's number 1.
No problem.
He was
Listen,
the
hold up.
best player last year.
Period. Hold on. I can't believe he just said that. Because
That's why I
he
wanna get this- I
he
wanna
ain't said
get all
that in
this
voice.
out there.
Oh man,
I wanna get all this. I wanna
he's
get
no Vince. He's all right, but he's not real.
Because he proved all of this was until he proved it. And he proved it, so it is what it is.
Okay.
So Kawhi Leonard was the best player last year.
Oh, okay.
Second best player last year, in my opinion, was Giannis
KD?
Antetokounmpo. No, it was Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All right.
Third best player, Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Fourth best player, Paul George.
No. Wait,
Paul George is better than James Harden.
LeBron played last year.
Okay, and he was hurt for 20. And he was hurt.
For how long?
He was hurt. He was like, 20 games? And it cost his team the playoffs. He wasn't that good last year.
We're talking about.
It's 27, 8, and 8, but he was hurt.
Yeah.
All right.
And his trade talks killed his team.
True.
But LeBron, see, that's the.
He did
LeBron,
that. If we're going to talk about what LeBron did good, we got to talk about what LeBron
that's
did bad.
how LeBron moves. He makes
All he remembers
all his
is what
moves
LeBron
known.
does bad, though. He never remembers what LeBron does good.
Why wouldn't I? I just said 27, 8, and 8.
What he did
I said
good?
in a down year, he had 27, 8, and 8. I said that.
Wait. What he did good was bring the future to L.A.
No,
Absolutely.
What he did
Put LA in the conversation.
What he did was kill the future and then renew the future. Is what
Now
he
you-
did.
okay,
That's
now you
what he did.
sound like-
Because
now you
that's
sound
exactly
like-
what he did.
He brought Anthony.
Now he
Davis.
sounds like
He's
Dev
in
Ball.
Space Jam.
Are you Dev Ball?
No.
Talking about he killed
I'm
the
not
future.
He did kill the future. Okay, and I'll put it this way. When LeBron got there and all those young boys saw LeBron was playing with them, LeBron chose us. It put the biggest batteries in their back, right?
Definitely.
It put the biggest, and they were playing out of their minds. They were the 4th seed.
Let me ask you
And they were
that's
the
what I wanna
4th.
get to,
They were the
Dad.
4th seed in the
They were
playoffs,
what?
right?
Say it one
They
more
were
time.
the 4th seed in the playoffs,
Before
and everything
he
was
got
rolling.
what?
Before he got hurt, right?
No
But
matter who was out there.
But when he got hurt, after he got hurt, that's when those trade talks came out. And when those trade talks came out, it's damn, he don't like me no more. He don't want me no more. Why am I playing for this team anymore? And what happened? They tanked. Everything after that went to shit because the guy that we were playing for, the guy that I idolized, has seen me play, seen me in practice, seen me bust my ass, and he don't want me no more.
Excuse me. I hear what you're saying.
Why am I playing for this nigga?
I hear what you're saying, but you're a professional. You need to go ahead and
Yeah, and I'm still human. I'm still human, right? I'm still human, right?
Show that you need to be there.
I've already proven it.
No.
You know when I proved. You know when I showed it.
Put it
You know when I showed it
leave
last
on
year.
the
That's
court.
why you're here.
Le-
I showed you last year. That's why you're here
That's
now.
not why
You know I
LeBron-
can do it.
That's not why LeBron. He didn't go for Lonzo Ball and his dad. He went
No.
to be in LA and work on his brand. He's filming Space Jams with Anthony Davis as we speak.
You think he would have went there if the team was complete garbage?
He did it with
Nigga, the team was complete garbage.
No, it wasn't complete garbage.
Well,
They had a young nucleus with a great future.
Yeah, 6 years from now.
Dev,
LeBron doesn't go there. That's 5 to 6 years.
He had to go there for the brand. I told you he had to.
So
go
why
there.
didn't he go? Why didn't he go to the Clippers then? Why didn't he go? Why didn't LeBron go to the Clippers?
Because
the
the Donald
Lakers.
Sterling stuff was still fresh, and their ownership was in question. You can't go as a star, as LeBron being the star he is, couldn't go to a franchise.
He went to a team with a legacy.
Yeah,
with a history.
Yeah. Okay, and he went for Magic Johnson. Is what he went for.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
We're getting down to
so Magic Johnson,
Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yes, the man, the legend, the myth.
I'm not gonna be
here.
That's all I know him as now for real.
Did he have his fingers on the scales of any of this Kawhi stuff?
No.
Kawhi requested him to be there for.
He asked him a couple questions.
Yeah.
Kawhi knew what he was doing a long ass time ago.
Right.
And that's
so why did he have a meeting with the Lakers then?
Because he was biding time for Paul George to get his trade done. That's why he was doing that.
So why say I want Magic Johnson to be here?
Kawhi's a mastermind.
He changed. Listen, he changed the location of the meeting the day of so that he could be conveniently closer to Paul George.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he changed like at the last minute. No, I want to meet here because Paul George was trying to buy time. They were both in L.A. He changed his location so that Paul George he could be close to Paul George and find out what was going on with him, and then shoot over to the meeting with L.A.
Look, Kawhi was supposed.
He held the league hostage. He
He
outfoxed LeBron. He outfoxed any front office in the league, and he reset balance to the league. Every guy's got 2 stars now.
That's true.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are destroyed. The Spurs are
He's like Yoda.
are shambles.
So Kawhi is also
Mastermind.
Team destroyer.
No, I don't think he destroyed no
He
team.
destroyed OKC.
But you're right. Two.
Blew up OKC.
He
Every
blew up the
team
Spurs.
has
Blew up the
two
Spurs.
players
He blew up the
instead
Spurs.
of
He blew up the
He blew up
Warriors.
Miami when they were hot.
He beat
He blew up Miami when they were hot, and look at
and he beat
the
the Warriors.
And now look at the Raptors. So everybody's giving them all these praises. I just hope it works out for the Clippers. That's all I'm going to say. And if you say,
But he's right.
Any team that he's on playing, them niggas is winning. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not gonna
He
say
wants
they're
to be
not
in the Clippers. Look
I'm not
what he did with the Raptors, and he want to be with the Clippers.
I'm not saying they're not going to win, but I got to get.
So now So now he ain't gonna have the
How
same
you think they not
expression
gonna
win or
win?
lose.
I'm not saying they're not.
How you think they're not gonna win?
But I'm not saying they're going to win the
Who
championship.
they gonna lose to?
I'm just saying I'm not.
Who they gonna
you
lose
said
to?
the
Golden
playing
State
field
is not a factor.
You said
Golden State is not a factor.
You said
Not
the
a factor.
playing field was level.
Yeah.
And I want to say
I agree with that.
I'm gonna put a sleeper out there right now. You got to keep your eyes on Utah Jazz.
I ain't worried about the Jazz.
I'm just saying.
I'm not even
you
worried about
got to keep your eyes.
And with that,
you
we're
don't.
moving forward.
Nah.
And with that, we're moving forward.
Keep a lazy
You
ass
heard it.
eye.
I gave you my sleeper now.
Lazy ass eye.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Coach Mark.
Yeah.
And what you have going on.
Hey, man, well, I'm coaching some kids at my gym, and they up and comers, and they looking pretty good. I'm just excited for the future, man, because we need something in boxing right now and in martial arts too. Because it's a good thing that we got Tank, coming out of Upton.
No doubt.
And we got Quad Mac Allison, the fourth. He's up and coming. So and he's from another gym, but man. We doing, I think Baltimore's doing big things right now.
So you feel like there's a lot of potential and talent out of Baltimore on in the boxing and MMA.
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful.
I mean, the thing is, it's just like with everything, man. It's just like putting in that time and getting in that right, getting that connect.
Right.
So it's some good fighters out here.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, let Tank and Truck sort of be the lead blockers for this, and hopefully they open up that pipeline for us here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we have some awesome fighters in Baltimore, in Maryland, and Maryland in general.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm excited for the future.
Well, I'm excited. I'm really glad you're here because, like I shared with you a little bit before the show started, it's ironic. My sister was just talking about like my nephew and boxing and everything, and I'm just glad you came in because I got to see that you, like you said, you work with a lot of the youth, and it's a positive thing.
Yeah,
and they can get a lot of good stuff. out of getting into boxing or MMA. So I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, I thank you. With getting the kids, we gotta give them some structure.
Exactly.
And with my gym, what I try to instill in them is that we always want to say that we want our kids to be better than ourselves, right?
Yes.
So with us, with my gym, we all have rules, right? And the first rule is you come in, it's about respect. No cursing in the gym at all.
Right.
No cursing. It's like no cursing in the gym. No cursing in the gym.
No cursing in the gym. Or we'll punch you in your mouth.
That's it.
No gloves.
And everybody know you curse in the gym, you getting push-ups.
Yeah, right.
You getting some kind of discipline.
Right.
So, but everything starts in the house. And it's hard. It's gonna be hard. Me as a coach, if you don't have that structure in the household.
Right.
And some of the parents
Starts
expect
there.
it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you the coach.
Yeah, go be his father. Do it.
You need to start. It has to have something in the house.
Right.
It has to start there first, and then we take it from there.
All right, switch gears a little bit. I know you guys do boxing and MMA. Which one would you say is your favorite? And which one would you say is your favorite?
Well, I've been doing this for a long time. It's all inclusive, man. Because like boxing is a martial art. People don't look at it.
They don't ever
People don't look at it because it's Western.
Definitely one of the arts.
You say martial art, you're thinking about karate and kung fu and all that type of stuff, right? You think about the Eastern, self-defenses and stuff. But boxing started off as a self-defense,
right?
Right.
So then it became a sport. So now we putting the rules behind it, and but
Queensberry, right?
But first and foremost, you can use it, as a self-defense,
right.
And it's all a part of the same thing, man.
Let's say with the rise of MMA's popularity, do you what do you think? Where do you think that comes from? What made MMA pop like the way it did?
Well, when it first came out, like in '93, it was that idea of no rules. The only thing we can't do is like hitting the groin and poking the eyes. Oh man, that's
we do whatever. Right.
Of course, like no biting and stuff too, but. Even then, it was some people, breaking the rules. But it's that thing where, okay, I don't have the rule of I can only punch,
right,
or I can
throw an elbow, I can throw a knee,
I can throw the elbow, I can take down, and I can do all these extra stuff. With boxing, you only have your hands,
right?
Kickboxing, you have hands and feet, but now you can't throw the elbows, you can't, So now we have MMA was mixed martial arts. You mix
a combination of everything, right? But you can bring in a wrestler, you can bring in a boxer, you can bring in a kickboxer. It can be everything. So yeah, I understand. Okay.
So it goes back to the day where it was like karate against kung fu, or against jiu-jitsu, art against art. But now I always tell, even back then, I used to tell people it's not about the art, it's about the person.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
It's always about the person. I could teach you all these things, right? But if you don't have it in you,
So you can know the finest of martial arts. But if I come in there with a clean punch, and a better boxer is going to be a low class judo fighter every day, right?
And that's why I never really dealt with in the ranking system. Where you have white belts and black belts.
Right.
So I seen well, when I came up. We wasn't really big on the rank system, but my thing was because you had a whole lot of people who were white belts taking out black belts.
Yeah, and how fight. Right. Yeah.
Then you have later on in life as I got older, kind of find out that I have some people that never even sparred before who were black belts, and they never did any sparring. Like what? How is that?
Just by learning the moves,
learning the forms, and looking pretty and stuff.
Right.
That's so. Now you gotta keep it real though.
Right.
Like in football, you can't. We're not touching. This is not tag.
Yeah, right.
We gotta tackle.
Gotta show and prove.
So are you surprised MMA is as big as it is now?
Yeah. I mean, because like I started when I first, like I said, when I saw the very first MMA fight as far as on cable when it first came out. I was like, wow, the UFC. The very first one,
right.
And that was an eye opener. I mean, I knew these things could work. I mean, as far as like taking down people to the ground and submitting them, things like, but they wasn't doing it then.
Right. Yeah, it was a brand new thing.
If you were doing it in tournaments, like you're cheating.
Right. Like, so, but why have all these techniques if
Right.
you can't use them
Exactly.
in any
You
kind of
know?
facet?
I
Right.
don't understand that one actually. How the rules are different and why they made it.
Well,
so strict.
yeah, because I think some people was getting hurt. You gotta think back in the day. Also, they was fighting on in the gymnasiums and on the floors, and they really had the mats, back
Just
like
some thin blue gym mats.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah, right.
Because back in the day, they just had the floor. So you sweep somebody on the floor, they land face first. You don't have no teeth.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So they
Ultimate
said,
ass fight.
okay,
Yeah,
we're
that's
getting too
it.
many accidents here. Let's
You gotta clean this up.
Right.
Legal purposes. Legal
Exactly.
purposes.
So then they said no sweeps and no this and no, they started
Okay.
putting rules in there. But when MMA started coming out, man, that's like, hey, we have more options of, I can do more things. I can really put my art, what I've learned.
Right.
to
Right.
use.
I can put that. Yeah. I can put
Yeah.
that. Gave a lot of trainers some jobs.
So you so you have classes
Yes.
at the gym. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm open, Sunday through Thursday.
Okay.
Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays on my boxing classes. Then for those who want to do the self defense, we have that going on also. Also, one-on-one instructions for people who want to do the personal self defense or personal training. So like I said, we're all inclusive. It's called Left Hook 360 because we're well rounded.
Well, all right. All right. Complete circle.
That's it.
You understand?
Whether self defense, fitness,
I thought you was gonna teach left hooks, but knock people in 360s. So I was interested in.
Nah, it's all inclusive.
Yeah, and the left hook was my bread and butter, man.
Come out of nowhere.
So, how long have you been in boxing and MMA, like mixed martial arts?
Well, in martial arts in general, I've been, this year it makes 40 years, man. 40 years I've been doing this.
So, all right.
Yeah, but I have to say this: I'm constantly learning. I put in the time, but I'm still a student.
So you legitimately have forgotten more things than I know about fighting. It's good. Dead ass know like 3. My grandfather told me 3 things. He said a nigga neck, his throat, his nuts, and his knees. Everybody all the same. No matter how big, how tall you are, you hit him in them 3 spots.
That's it.
Even everything up. I was like, all right, pop.
Yeah, no, the nose and the
Yeah. All that shit's same.
I guess we had the same class. We had the same.
Right.
But the one misconception though, a lot of people was told back in the days, like kick them in the nuts and they'll go down. Nah, that don't always happen. No.
Yeah, train. I seen training for that. Yeah. Eliminate that now. I see some wild ass Brazilians online. You find some shit on it.
No, me and Coach Mark grew up in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
That's nice.
And so I always got a story.
Right. Of course.
So
I was waiting.
The story was coming.
I was going to start telling stories. This is not my thing. It's not my thing.
So back in the days, this pre-social media. This is the old days, right? Everything was word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Exactly.
So it's just
Before
like
electricity.
so he's always been into this science of fighting.
Okay.
All right.
So you would hear, and then when that somebody in the neighborhood is into the science of fighting,
right, yeah.
people want to try.
Oh, he was fighting that smoke in the neighborhood.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm like,
such and such
fight that
got into a
smoke.
fight with Mark.
You ain't gonna fight that smoke. You ain't gonna fight. You ain't gonna talk Mark like that. But you was saying Mark.
So it's kind of like that. So it's just like, such and such got a fight with Mark. I'm like, do they know he knows karate? Do they know Mark?
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
Is he okay?
And then sometimes people think, it's just like, you can say you can break dance, and everybody can be like, "Oh, he can break dance." But if you never seen him dance, then one day when the music come on, you're like, "Okay, well, let me see you dance."
You do it, right.
So sometimes that happens, and if you really, you pop it, right?
That's it.
So I'm just saying, so people got fucked up.
Right.
It happens. It happens.
You gotta think about back in those days. See you walking around with the nunchucks in your back pocket.
Right? He was that guy. He was that dude. He was that dude.
No, Hold on. This is a whole nother level. Right. Because you know
There's some stuff
they are joggers, and then there's the running man. So you are not fighting as Mark. You are karate Mark.
He was karate Mark.
Yeah, you are karate Mark.
He was karate
Mark. A whole nother.
You had one of them yellow and
argue with karate Mark.
Black stripe.
I never had the jumpsuit, but I had the Kung Fu uniform, the Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
With the frog buttons.
Okay.
All right. So he out with the Kung Fu shoes.
So I just,
This the real deal.
so when he said 40 years, I'm saying it just he's older than me, but I'm just saying that that's his
Your
reputation.
first memory of him was karate ass Mark. That's why he was karate Mark before you came off the porch. He was already karate.
Right.
So let me reintroduce our special guest.
Yeah, right.
Karate
You should have put the names under his karate ass Mark.
Karate Mark.
Diamond King
The left
DJ.
hook 360.
There you
Damn. All right. That's what you need to put out.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
What he
the
did
good
before you
thing.
fought, isn't it? Oh, you want to fight?
So they knew he was
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the good thing about our neighborhood. Our neighborhood is a small neighborhood, but
Yeah.
everything was established for everybody early. All the people that was going to prison, we knew that early. You know what I'm saying? All the people, all the music people, we knew that early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And karate Mark, we knew that early. Early. Early.
On the map, you know.
Karate Mark.
Karate land right here. This is all karate land.
I feel like we've been honored here.
How can people find out more about the gym and sign up and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, I'm in. You can go to Left Hook 360 Boxing and MMA on my Facebook page or Instagram. Left Hook 360 Boxing and MMA. Or you can even give my number.
Sure.
It's 443-824-1529. Give me a call.
Definitely.
That's beautiful.
Definitely. I definitely would be remiss if we didn't talk some MMA, UFC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
big fight card over the weekend.
It was.
I was super excited about the ladies.
Oh yeah.
Like I really wanted to see. So of course, Amanda Nunes fighting Holly Holm.
All right.
And what do these ladies have in common?
They both beat Ronda Rousey.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was like, I know those names. Yeah, I know.
So to me, there was no surprise. Amanda Nunes trains with men.
Yeah.
Spars with men.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Any woman that's beating up men is a problem.
Yeah.
She's a problem, and of course she won.
And she won.
Yeah.
She was so.
Well, that's the thing with women anyway. All they have right now is training with men. Even in boxing.
So it's not like a lot of women sparring.
It's not a lot.
I didn't know that.
They're all training with men.
Wow.
They all
But she beats them up.
She's
though.
just good. Yeah, she's just better than her. That's all that
The
is.
other ones.
Yeah, right.
Right, okay, so she's
She's good.
She's a problem. She's a problem. Are you impressed with her?
Oh yeah. She did real well. She did. I mean, I kind of expected it to happen.
Yeah, I did too.
The knockout was.
I didn't expect a knockout though.
I did.
I just expected a knockout.
I did, but the way she did it, I thought she was just gonna, beat her down. But no, she did that kick and that was it. Night.
Tactical, yeah.
Yeah.
Toy.
And
Night.
And if you notice,
Night, nigga.
and if you notice, it's the same thing she did to Ronda.
Rossi, yeah, that's what I said. The same way she got Rossi.
so basically everybody should be like prepared for that if that's her.
I mean, but just hard to prepare for. You
prepare
can't
for that
prepare for
shit.
a kick. Kicks steal you with a kick. Yeah, how you know?
like if the leg go up, this might
He's like, look, if I fall down, this is what I'm gonna do. I mean, what I was
said it
saying.
real. It's real easy to talk about it. Once
Right. Yeah, you got to do it, man.
Yeah, go
You
look
got
for
to
them
train.
kicks, y'all. All right, go ahead.
You got to
He's
train.
like, look, I told you, watch out for the kicks.
You got to train. So you can't leave out things like kickboxing and a lot of people go into Muay Thai because of the low kicks, but you can't leave out the high kicks
Yeah,
either.
man.
You know, that's why it's good to have
Shoulder joints.
a good range. Low kicks, high kicks,
all-
mid kicks, all that.
What I always appreciate about Anderson Silva and John Bones, they always mix it up. They might give you two, 3 combinations, but
And
then
then
they
take
kick
you
come over
down.
the top.
Yeah,
but
but
that kick
the
come
kick-
over the top every once in a while.
That's
To
right.
keep you honest. So yeah, I've always liked that about those guys.
Oh, yeah.
They always mix it up.
Great segue to the main event with John Jones and Santos. Any surprise to anybody? Of course, John Jones victorious decision.
I knew Bill Santos lost this fight when Cormier gave him advice on how to beat John Bones. No, not you.
But I honestly gave the fight to Santos.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I gave the fight to Santos. I mean, John Jones.
What grounds?
John Jones, to me, it didn't look like he put, even though the stats said he threw more kicks and landed more kicks and all that. It didn't look like it. So just by visual looking at,
right.
I mean, plus,
you just expected more from him, right?
Yeah, not. He had so many opportunities to end that fight, so I'm thinking he probably had a pre-injury, something happened to him, before the fight. But the way he looked.
So, in all due respect, Karate Mark, did he win the fight, or are you more upset that he didn't look as good as he's supposed to look?
He was supposed to end that fight.
He was supposed to end that fight. But did he win the fight?
He didn't.
He didn't because he didn't end it. Because he didn't end it. He didn't win it.
Because he didn't. To me, looking in, I mean, as if I was, I was judging the fight. Right. I was like, man, you're not throwing any kicks. You're not throwing anything that's really. Santos had I don't know exactly what happened to him as far as, but his knee kept popping out.
Right.
Yeah.
And after 12, like I said, after 12 times it happened, I stopped counting. I was like, man,
It's just he's just.
Like, he's still throwing with that leg.
Okay, so in your opinion, that makes it he had a better fight.
And if you look when they walked out the cage, who was actually walking and who? I mean, both of them had help, but who was actually walking?
Yeah, Jones looked.
And
pretty
who was
rough.
limping?
Jones looked pretty rough. I thought he got.
Jones was done.
Yeah, man.
Santos looked like he could do at least one more round. So, but they were a pretty good fight though. I mean, as far as on Santos' side, but it was a boring fight. I mean, the girls did better in
and they had more hype behind it, and it's crazy because there was a time where I did not want to watch women fight.
Right, exactly.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, as a kid, I like women fighting. Something gonna pop up. And I'm talking about them professional fighters. You know what I mean?
I love women's sports.
But
I didn't want to see women like hurt each other like that. But now some of these women, So now, I mean, I'm really
all out there.
I'm into it.
Yeah, but what was her name? Chris. She fought under the Mike Tyson undercards. She was.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. And I think she's the one that really brought it out, modernized it. For the women. She was, not Ann Wolf. The coal miner's daughter. What's her name? She was,
coal miner's daughter.
I thought you were going to say Ali.
Look at that. She was before Ali. She actually was like, this is in the 80s.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's a little too rich for my blood.
I think it was like Christina or something. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
But I know Layla Ali.
Christy Martin.
Christy Martin.
I do remember that name. Okay, that name does ring a bell. Okay. Yeah, Layla beat the brakes off Christy Martin.
Yeah, she ended it. But you got to give it to her for really bringing it out. They pumped her up so much as far as like women boxing. And then of course Layla came out.
And dominated everything for a while.
Right.
So Diamond, you're saying that you really weren't for it, but now you're like all in.
Now I'm all in. Now I'm all in.
I think Rousey losing kind of brought some more people to the sports.
It did because a lot of people didn't like her.
But she also moved it a little forward.
She definitely did.
She brought
she was the result of the hype machine of UFC. They saw an opportunity to promote, and they went all in.
Right.
But when her chin got tested, we saw it wasn't nothing there.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, she
look at these movies.
See what it's WWE.
Training though, I think
but
she more to her training. She didn't really. She
was one dimensional too.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, training. She should. Yeah. Sometimes as coach, we don't have it all.
Right.
So I mean, it's not. It's about ego still. They like, she's my fighter. I'm gonna train her. You just have.
You bring somebody else in.
Somebody that has like with takedowns and stuff like that.
So you're saying mix it up.
Make it like it is.
It's mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
right. There you go. Yeah.
I don't know enough about that, but I get what you're saying. You have to have a versatile a fighting style. That's
because she was taking people down, and that was her thing. She was
definitely taking
big. I mean, she's a bigger girl too.
But then she started dealing with her hands. Getting she had that Mike Tyson back, and everybody's like, oh, she looking like really good with the hands. and then she started working with her hands, and she messed up. She just neglected everything else.
Exactly. I said, because once you start protecting yourself, she had nothing else to give you for real.
Yeah.
You stretch out.
So I definitely want to run something past you. So there's going to be a rematch coming up for the biggest boxing upset that we've seen in a long time.
Well, not really an upset. Well, I mean,
It was definitely an upset. Anthony Joshua losing to
that one.
Andy
Yeah.
Okay, you
Ruiz.
that one.
Who are you thinking about?
I thought we were talking about the Wilder fight, Fury rematch.
No. Okay, no. I'm talking about the first
Real fight. That's what I was-
Mexican heavyweight champion.
Right.
And did you catch that fight?
Oh yeah.
Were you shocked? Because I was shocked.
I was shocked. Well, after the second round, I believe, I was like, okay, I'm a believer.
Because he went down and he got back up.
Got back up.
And I said, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this guy, it's gonna be a battle now, you know.
But I didn't predict him to win.
But that's the thing. Neither did Joshua.
Oh, he'll get up. I'm gonna knock him back down. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna put this fluffy guy down. You know,
Right.
You know, but this is what I say. I'm gonna say this. I don't give predictions. I normally don't, but I can say this: if I know, Joshua's gonna come out harder, just like Lennox Lewis when he fought Rockman.
Hey, Rockman.
Right?
Exactly. Right.
But you have to think too. So is
Yeah.
so
You
the other guy.
got to defend himself.
He is-
Right. He's got to
he
defend
has the
himself.
title.
Exactly.
so
He's got more to work for now.
So you're saying you don't only make predictions, but
He didn't make a
oh,
prediction.
you're not gonna make the prediction.
I can say this: if Ruiz come out like he did the first fight, I mean, I know he's gonna be a little bit more probably aggressive, and so is Joshua. But I think I don't know, man. I'm thinking that it could happen again.
I'm predicting the same thing. I'm predicting that Joshua is washed. He's done.
I mean,
He's been
I
exposed.
I don't say that he's washed.
Because if he loses back to back to Ruiz,
yeah.
that's it. I mean,
Right.
his
Then we
marketability
know.
goes down to the
But
next
that was
fight.
always the knock on
Right.
Joshua, right? That he was a bit of a paper champion, that he hadn't really fought anybody to
Right.
be proven.
Right.
And he's, and this is,
and ducking Wilder, you
Right.
know. And,
Yeah, Wilder would destroy him
you think so?
if Ruiz did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilder's going to be nothing but haymakers, and one of them going to land eventually,
different
and is going to knock him in the second row.
I'll give you this. Nobody has the defense that Fury has. And if Fury got his ass knocked down, everybody else getting their ass knocked down. Fury's defense is unlike anything I've seen at that size. Besides, Muhammad Ali and Mayweather are the only things I could really compare to it. As far as elusiveness goes. Man, it's ridiculous. So with that being said, ain't nobody else moving like that out here.
Upset. But here's the thing, because if we look at the history of the upset, if we go back to the most famous upset, which of course Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. I knew the next fight that Buster Douglas had, he was going down.
Yeah.
That was a one night.
Who didn't know
all
that?
the stars aligned.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
caught
who didn't know that?
Tyson partied hard that night.
Still drunk.
Yeah, he was. He said it. He said he was still
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
was-
And then came and got. And then Buster Douglas had, I think, lost a member of his family. And,
Right, his
you know what I mean? His mom, the
Yeah.
motivation, everything was right there. He partied every day after that. And then but if you go back to Tyson and Holyfield, that to me wasn't upset. At that point, Tyson was exposed.
Yeah.
If you can survive, it's just like everybody played Mike Tyson Punch Out. If you Glass Joe, if you survive the uppercut,
Right.
that's it. That's all he had.
But you know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy is there was supposed to be a Mike Tyson Punch Out too.
But they made it.
They made
Buster Douglas. I had that game.
That's crazy.
They made it Buster Douglas. They
Yeah.
showed us.
I had Buster Douglas.
You gotta change
Yeah,
that.
I had Buster Douglas.
You know,
I did. It was a good game.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. It was a good game. It was a good game.
And it was crazy to me that Buster Douglas was on that game and he wasn't the best boxer. Dead ass, like bro.
They said, look, we keep our shit real.
You can do it, but it ain't likely.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't the best boxer.
Yeah, man.
And okay, so that I'm excited about that. When you are a fighter that has a knockout ability, from what I heard George Foreman say, you got a knockout ability age is not a factor because you can always knock somebody out if you have that knockout ability. Is that true? You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but also the thing is, they're gonna be punching at you also. So can you take those punches?
Right.
And as we
Get
get
your
older,
one off.
as we get older, man, we're not gonna be taking those punches.
Exactly.
So we have to be. You got to be first.
So you get him out the way. Get him out the way
You got to
early.
be first. You're not gonna get a second chance.
Did Mike
man.
Tyson have a chin?
Yeah, he did.
Because
He
I
did.
can't really say we seen Mike Tyson get hit a lot, and when we
Right.
did see him get hit, he lost those fights.
Right.
So the first,
Razor Ruddock actually proved that Mike had a chin.
that's true.
Razor Ruddock proved to because Razor Ruddock was tagging Mike, but the thing about that is though, you got to think Mike was still hungry at that time.
Yeah,
He was still hungry and he was still partying, but his training was when it was fight time. He was ready.
And he was a monster of different parts.
And he
Mike.
also it was a mental aspect of his game. So referee give you the instructions time,
Right.
like the whole demeanor,
Right.
no socks,
The robe. I just cut a hole in the towel.
and he cut a hole in the towel, put a towel over his head, and the stare.
But that was Kevin Rooney era to me when he was at his best.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
because
of course.
after Kevin Rooney, man, that was.
It just
he
went
just had-
downhill.
yeah,
It went downhill.
Yeah, they didn't have. He just had yes men. You can't be around some yes men and train. I'm gonna train when I want to train. No, you gotta train. No, you training when I say train. I'm your coach.
Right.
So,
That's what's supposed to happen.
yeah, but that's the problem with some of these guys now. Though they starting to become yes men.
Absolutely.
Good money talking.
You just check first.
Before we get out of here, Dean, did you had some rapid fire you wanted to do?
Yes, yeah. I just wanted to first of all give congratulations to the women's soccer team.
Oh yeah. They were hard outside.
Champion.
Yeah.
Champion once more.
Like you were saying earlier, you didn't want to see women fight, but I'm really all about women's sports, and I think they represented the country better than Golden State did. But before I get off of the women's in sport, we have Coco Gauff, the youngest.
Oh yeah.
The youngest tennis player in Wimbledon to go as far as she did at 15. I mean, and she knocked off her idol.
Beat Venus.
I understand Venus is up there, but
She's still crying.
has a
She's still
skill,
crying.
and she took her out
Still
in
crying
the
now.
first round. But unfortunately, Coco got eliminated today. But I just want to give her congratulations.
Good work, Coco.
Just because she got that far. I mean, 15 years old.
Right.
That hasn't
crazy.
happened.
I'm sophomore in high school, beating
That's
one of the greatest
crazy.
tennis players in the world.
No, of all time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely.
But saying that, we had at least 4 African American women in Wimbledon at the same time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Dominate.
That's
That's
saying
right,
something.
ladies.
That's saying
right.
I think we might have had 5.
Ladies.
I'm forgetting someone's
And it
name.
feels all right.
Japanese
Oh,
African.
the one that beat Serena last year.
right.
Right.
So I think at the
Oh,
U.S.
yeah.
Open.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
what a night. Oh, what a
so
night.
the women are taking over and
No doubt.
representing all over, not just in the MMA or in soccer. They're showing that they can do what needs to be done. Now, I got to get real quick into how Jerry West. I thought Pat Riley was the mastermind to the NBA, but it is Jerry West.
Always been Jerry, baby.
Jerry.
Always been Jerry.
I mean, he's the logo, right?
Yeah.
The goddamn logo. Yeah.
So Jerry,
Always been Jerry.
Jerry made the 80s Lakers.
Sure did.
He helped orchestrate some things with Shaquille and Kobe coming to the Lakers.
Yeah, no, don't say orchestrated. He traded Vlade Divac's ass draft day to get Kobe Bryant and convinced Shaquille O'Neal to not re-sign with the Lakers. I mean, to not re-sign with the Magic after he had already verbally committed to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers.
There you go. And
He did that shit.
He also got Golden State even better by stopping a trade. Clay going out and what
To
was it,
Minnesota for Kevin Love.
He's truly a mastermind, and he had a meeting with Kawhi.
Ain't no damn meeting with Kawhi. He got Kawhi to sign with the Clippers, and he got Paul George to orchestrate a trade. Well, he didn't get him to orchestrate it, but he got him to request a trade there. and found the package that would get Paul George over to the Los Angeles Clippers, man. He's a goddamn genius is what he is.
And now I want to say, I know everybody's saying that the Lakers lost out, and first of all, they got the second star with Anthony Davis. That was just like the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. But
I don't want people to overlook the problem that the Lakers are going to be.
Oh, they're going to be real.
They're going to be good.
They're going to be the bully ball all stars.
They're not going to be no bums.
No, they'll be the bully ball all stars next year. Like, it's all the way across the board. They are stronger, smarter, and faster. But they're not better than the Clippers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I'm saying that they're really, really good, and those Lakers and Clippers games are going to be really, really good.
It's going to be fun,
and the Clippers are going to win.
Okay. Okay. But
you almost had it, Bron. Lovable underdog.
Gotta be quicker. Gotta be quicker
than that. They got two of those. They got two Brons over there now.
I know some people have put out there over the weekend since the whole thing went down. I feel like Russell Westbrook is the biggest loser in all of this. Oh. In fact, and OKC themselves, they had Paul George Day.
This time last year.
Yeah, he said to him, I'm going to run it back. But they had Paul George Day was Sunday, I believe, the 7th.
Yikes.
It's actually a day.
But
they went all in with Paul George. Let's run it back.
But here's the thing.
Do you want me back, fans?
It's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, nobody want to be there.
Who wants to be in Oklahoma City?
Russell Westbrook. Yeah. Well, he did. I said he got to run now. He's got to run.
If you can go to LA or stay in Oklahoma, everybody's going to pick LA.
Run for his run. He's got to get up out of there as quick as possible.
And he will.
Well, what
right.
What really happened with that was they had a $300 million luxury tax. I mean, a $300 million roster. They were over the cap, which made them have that luxury tax of $300 million. And they lost in the first round. Like it's just it's not the payoff.
I understand
for what they had. So it had to be done. Owner wasn't going to have it anymore, especially in that small of a market. They were making it, but that these you got to understand that also these owners on these teams are running these things like businesses.
That's what I want to get to.
The Lakers are the ones who are running as a basketball organization, but most of these teams, including the Knicks, are run as businesses, and they want as much bang for their buck as they can. So they want low rosters with great wins and asses in the seats. And when they're paying $300 million for a team that lost in the first round, everybody got to go.
Now,
everybody got to go.
I did mess up with KD. I really thought he was going to the Knicks. I didn't know the friendship was more important.
I did too.
But I did
hope so.
I did see Kawhi leaning towards the Clippers since a year ago. But I want to give not just Kawhi. I know everybody's like, oh, he changed the NBA. Things were like this was happening back with Kareem saying where he wanted to go. So I'm just going back out of it. But I want to give this year's free agency, the grown ass man award, because it leveled the playing field. There's no big dog, and we're just gonna have a fun year in basketball next year. Everybody has an opportunity.
I like that.
I'm glad that you put in quotations because ain't nobody got no opportunity. The Clippers is taking this shit. I don't understand how y'all don't see this.
All right.
Lou Williams is on that bench. Lou Will.
Hey, but before we get though, we have about 2 more weeks before Tank brings that title fight here.
July 27th.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So you got to come out. You got to support. You know he's doing big things. I think he's a great fighter, and he's representing the city. Don't sit there at home and not giving this man some support. You got to show, just like we do with the Ravens, that we are behind you.
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
Well said.
Yeah.
So definitely thank you, everybody. Thank you, Coach Mark.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Wait, no, it's Karate Mark.
Karate Mark. Okay.
Karate Mark.
He's the Coach Mark as soon as he leaves.
It's Karate Mark.
Karate Mark.
Right now.
Karate Mark here.
Again, how can people stay in touch with you and find out everything you have going on?
Check out my Facebook page at Left Hook 360 Boxing and MMA.
All right.
Or Instagram, same thing at Left Hook 360 Boxing and MMA. Or if you want to give me a call and come and set up an appointment to check out the gym, it's 443-824-1529.
Okay, absolutely.
Late breaking news. the home run derby, which is one of my favorite like sporting events. Period. Like over the dunk contest, 3-point contest. I love the home run derby.
All right.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yes.
just set the record for most home runs in a round.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh,
Yeah, I see it
Then,
on there, yeah.
Big ups.
Then Jock Peterson set the same record right behind him, and now they're having a swing off. They never have swing offs. This shit is amazing right
It's,
now.
it's going down.
I'm trying my best to
It's
stay
going
calm.
I
This
see him
shit
trying to
is
contain
on. Now,
himself.
This shit is live over here right now. Yo.
They said
in
he
my
was gonna come out
mind.
swinging.
Yeah,
They said,
yeah.
I mean, look at who his dad was.
Yeah, but Vladimir Guerrero was a very popular player and played for the Angels and Toronto Blue
Yeah, they
Jays.
said his hand and eye coordination was unreal.
Ridiculous. He could hit the ball off the ground. He could hit home runs like off
yeah,
the sliders.
off the ground.
Disgusting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So-
and he did that shit with no gloves. Vlad Guerrero Senior
he was
hit the ball with
unreal.
no gloves.
He was unreal.
But yeah, so this shit was dope. I had to shout that out real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's gonna be a sports show, and I shout out the home run derby.
There you go.
What so do you have social media real quick?
DEVYNEPPS on Facebook. On IG is Dever Dye. That's DEV_OR _die. Real quick, what the hell is it called? TTBL
This weekend.
draft is this weekend, July 13th.
Don't miss it.
Your
Don't
boys
miss
get
it.
drafted. See that?
Let me run that back. You said the draft, and you are getting drafted.
Wait. The boys getting drafted.
We heard it.
All right. We heard it here.
We heard it.
We heard it here first.
So I'm gonna go live while I'm down there. It's an open bar, so I'm gonna stun on niggas for a little bit. So I'll tag y'all. It should be a good time.
All right.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
and you can reach me at Mr_Mackins on IG, and you find me out here in the streets.
In these streets.
In the streets.
Okay.
You can also email me.
There you go.
level36@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Please check. Please, if you have not
with Karate Mark,
We have to
you
make
need-
special Radio on Fire shirts that say Karate Mark.
I like that.
That'll be hot.
Write that down.
Let's go to that. Karate Mark.
They'll know.
Karate Mark right here.
All right. Of course,
Feed on the inside.
at the Dominic Cajun Show at Radio on Fire. We'll be back next week. Thank you, Nikki.
Hey, I'll be 32 when we come back.